You're listening to the Breadcrumb Mojito podcast, hosted by Connor Whale.
Bianca, welcome.
Thank you for having me out.
Always a pleasure, never a chore. We'll get you watered up, and thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
So beautiful out today.
It's a great day out. Yesterday was shocking. It was windy. I mean, to be fair, the whole week. Sorry, before I open that, would you like a drink? And because you don't have to have a porn star, you can have a pineapple chili margarita as well.
Are we allowed one of these?
Sure. Hey, let's go. Well, this one's already open.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll start with that. And we can definitely have...
What beautiful ice you've got here.
Thank you very much. Courtesy of the Bar Society.
Nice.
The fanciest hard water in town. And cheers.
Clinkies.
Yay.
Woo!
Lovely. That'll pick you up and get you going. And we're coming off Auckland Cocktail Week. So there's been a lot of fun, a lot of good people to go see, and a lot of booze to drink and everything like that.
100%.
I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself.
Well, actually, last night was the first night of Auckland Cocktail Week that I actually went out.
Okay, yeah.
I actually thought Auckland Cocktail Week was next week. Until one of my friends messaged me. I was like, yo, come to HISA. It's like, what do you mean?
Because they had the cocktail passport thing going on? Yeah.
Yep. And so we went at about, 1:30 in the morning last night, and I was shattered for this.
Ooh.
And I was like, okay, we'll just go back tomorrow. I mean, we're still got a whole month, I think, with the passport situation.
Yeah, and there's still events going on tonight and tomorrow night, so there's still plenty of time to get involved and go have some fun things at a big party on Sunday night. It should be good fun. So where we kind of normally start is a little bit of an origin story. So I'll give a little bit of context for anyone listening. You're a part of Project Hydrosol. So I'll let you talk more about that. But let's go back from kind of how you got involved in the hospitality scene and what took you to Project Hydrosol in the first place.
I'm actually not from Auckland. I only moved 2 years ago, 2024. I'm from Kaitaia.
Okay, yeah.
Small town, about 4.5 hours north. I started in the hospitality industry when I was 14, I think. I started with the RSA. So it's a good first job.
Yeah. I definitely know how to open beers.
That's true.
For the poor Chardonnays.
Well, no, I wasn't allowed to do that because I was like 14, so pretty safe. The soda, the Coke, and the Sprite, And then I went to... Shout out Piku Backyard Bar and Eatery up in Kaitaia. They were the people that helped me discover what my passion was, which is hospitality, which is mixology, bartending. They were the people who really pushed me deep into the deep end and said, get into it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Shout out Steph and Danny, the owners. I love them to bits. They genuinely... love them. They honestly pushed me into hospitality, and I cannot thank them enough for it.
Great.
So I was there for, I think, 3 years. And then I moved to Auckland in 2024, and I was at Lillian for a year. That's how I met Michael.
Yes.
Founder of Project Hydrosol.
Yep.
So he was the bar manager. I was the head bartender there. We both kind of left at the same time. He already had Project Hydrosol going for, 2 years then. And he was like, "I'll work for me." Oh, well, hell yeah. Why not? You're my best friend. From then it was history. I've just been there ever since.
Perfect. Lovely. So
That's my origin story.
Love it. Short, concise. Now we can talk more about what Hydrosol is.
I'm a bit of a larper.
Okay.
I like to pretend I know what I'm talking.
Well, that's the bartender in us, right? It's all a performance.
So my understanding of hydrosol is hydrosolvent. So rather than ethanol being in the still, it's water. So it's a water distillation, like floral waters, orange blossom water, rose water. They're all hydrosols.
Yep. Okay. And so how is a hydrosol made?
It's the same process as distilling ethanol, alcohol, distilling anything, except it's just water rather than alcohol.
So to make a rose water, you got water in a still, you put some rose petals,
Shitloads of
rose petals.
shitloads. That's why rose water is so expensive. You need shitloads.
Okay, that does make sense.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. And you just run the still. Now, are you, when we think about distilling spirits, you know, you're looking for specific temperatures to get specific things out of it. Are you doing that, or are you just boiling it?
I suppose I never actually explained it. Project Hydrosol. So we're a vacuum distillery.
Okay.
So rather than the traditional copper stills where it's like the kettle hot plate at the bottom, we have a vacuum chamber with a water bath. It does still have like the condensing tower, you know, the vapor does the trickle down the whatever, you know. But yes, it's a vacuum chamber, so we're able to boil at much lower temperatures. I think we probably get between 17 to 21 degrees Celsius rather than 76, I think it is, for ethanol and 100 for water. So we can boil at much, much lower temperatures.
And that's due to it being in a vacuum. There's less pressure to fight against.
Less pressure, more pressure?
Less pressure in a vacuum, more pressure in a wireless sphere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a physicist.
I just look at the numbers. I'm like, okay, cool.
yeah, that's working. It's doing its thing. Yeah. I've had a physicist on care, and next time he's on, we'll ask him about vacuums and everything, because he talks a lot about space, which is extremely fun to talk about. Yeah, he's quite good to listen to. All right, so vacuum distillation, and it's all non-alcoholic sort of stuff.
We focus mainly on non-alcoholic, but we have just started releasing our botanical gin to the public.
Nice.
So anyone can go and purchase it on our website, which is really fun. It's self-promo. It's $67 for a 500ml bottle. I hand paint it myself. It's New Zealand-made paint. We've also got these beautiful leather labels from the South Island that I hand stamp myself. You know, I carve it, do the burnishing, the whatever.
Very hands-on.
Very hands-on. It's so much fun. I love my job. So much fun.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And so where did the gin start from? Was it always a little pet project that even Michael had going from the start?
Yeah. It was definitely Michael's idea. It was something that he brought to life, and I just continued it.
Yeah. We're thinking like rose water and orange blossom. So what are the things that you tend to make? You work on a lot of venues. So what primarily are you making for venues? Is it a single flavor component, or is it multiple flavors, mocktail type things that really all a venue needs to do is add a little bit of soda and tonic and give it some texture?
Both. Our core product is called our Universal Botanical Blend. It's a juniper agave sort of substitute non-alcoholic tequila. So it's a base of red and green Szechuan peppers, black cardamom, fennel seed, coriander seed, and then we add a little bit of carapito to it to bring back some color, but also to bring that sort of like warm pepperiness at the back of your throat that ethanol traditionally gives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know, but ethanol is very hard to replicate as a non-alcoholic product because it is poison.
Yep. I can imagine. So Danny and I were earlier talking about non-alcoholic cocktail bars and things like this, and we were talking about things like seedlip and ryes. Are they technically a hydrosol as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So for anyone out there that is familiar with products like that, we know what we're thinking about now.
Don't quote me, but I think they do use the traditional copper stills.
Okay, yeah.
We are kind of pioneering in the non-alcoholic industry with vacuum distillation.
Yeah, okay. And so a vacuum distillation setup, is that what some bartenders would refer to as like a rotovat?
Yes, it is a rotovat.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Rotary evaporator.
Love it. I mean, a great piece of kit. When the clarified, real, genuinely clarified cocktail movement started happening and bars started getting rotovats, that was a game changer.
Yeah.
It's incredible how much flavor can be in something that looks like water.
Yeah,
essentially.
100%.
And so everything that you guys do for bars, are they all clear? Everything's clear? No, because you mentioned you add a little bit of color in.
Yeah, so the Horapido is a tisane, but there's quite a few venues that I will pre-batch entire mocktails for them that they do just add a little bit of soda water.
Yeah. And all of the Hydrosol's mainly designed by the venues that you work with, and you do it so you guys don't necessarily get involved in the creation.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, we do. It's a very big, like, collaborative effort.
Yeah.
We sit down, we say, like, what are you actually looking for? We'll do little, like, tasting flights in a way. Say, like, this is 5 different versions of this. Tell me, do you want more citric? Do you want more sweeter, sour? Like, what do you want? And we will sit down. It's kind of a lengthy process to start with, but once it's going, it's going.
Yeah. And so it's like a full-on, for anyone that's familiar with like cocktail consultancy, it's that exact same process, but you're just making a non-alcoholic component of it.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite things that you like making? Is there a standout hydrosol that you're just like, that's my favorite to work with?
We do have a non-alcoholic sweet vermouth. That's one of the products that I made fully from scratch all by myself, well, with the help of Michael, of course. But it is my favorite product because it's so delicious, but it's also so versatile. You don't have to use it as a non-alcoholic vermouth. It's so complex that you could honestly just drink it on its own with a little bit of ice.
Nice.
So beautiful.
A little bit and some good ice.
Some beautiful, spheric, very clear, crispy ice. Yeah, it's so
Yeah, ice is important.
ice is very important.
Very important. But yeah, that's great. I was mentioning to you before that we sat down that they're talking to a client that we work with to help sort of spice up their mocktail game and even their cocktail game, to just add a couple of different elements that maybe they don't use already to get in contact with you and play around and do some flavors.
Yeah.
But I can imagine you guys are, because how long's Project Hydrosol been around now?
I believe this is our 4th year.
Perfect. Still nice and young, definitely still pioneering.
Yes.
And Michael's in Sydney now?
Yes, he's over in Marrickville specifically.
Okay.
He's actually opening up his own bar there.
Cool.
So excited.
That's great.
The 19th of July is their opening. I'm
Amazing.
so excited for him. I really wish I could be there too.
He's not taking you over on a work trip?
Flights are expensive there.
True that.
Flights are very expensive. Maybe I'll say, like, chuck me on FaceTime. Like, I want to be there.
Yeah. Be there in spirit at least.
I'm so
cool.
excited for him.
That'll be great, and everything will be based around the hydrosol sort of process.
Yeah.
Awesome. I would love to talk to him and get him to
Yes.
divulge more
Yes.
of what's going on.
I'll definitely let you know whenever he's back in.
Yeah. Please do link us up, because it's one of those things. Like Harry Huxley.
Yes.
Yeah, so he worked a lot with him, and we always dealt with the same people. Never did we actually properly get to link up and connect before we left, which I was a little disappointed about.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have been, great to sit down and learn some things from and everything like that. Now, Danny was showing me something earlier, which was Amaro Montenegro.
And
And he mentioned that you had separated the alcohol and the non-alcoholic side. Can you talk me through that a little bit more?
it's just distillation. We distill all the ethanol out of it. So it's like the clear component. And then the cloudy sort of component is just the juice in a way.
Yeah.
It's just like the Amaro, the juice, the evapory. That's cool.
Okay.
So you got the evapory and then the distillate. I think they're trying to make like because it was, what was it? It was like a Chinar 50. And they were saying like, we want to make Chinar 100. Like 100 proof. And so I've distilled it off for them, and they're going to blend it together to create a higher ABV Chinar.
Nice. So with the Amaro, we tasted it earlier. How are you keeping the color in that? When you take the distillate off and you're left with the so-called juice, the juice retains its color.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I was kind of shocked me. I was expecting something clear when Danny poured it out, and I was like, oh, it's very interesting.
So it's colors. I don't know the exact term for it, but essentially colors are not heat volatile.
Okay.
So once they evaporate, all the color is just gone.
Yes, yeah.
And so if we boiled it at 100 degrees Celsius, you would get the hydrosol from it, but all the ethanol would have evaporated off. That's how you would get a clear, non-alcoholic Amaro.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got like the 2 sides of the still. So like we put the Amaro in, spins around, does the vacuum chamber, It boils, hits the condensing tower, comes back down. The ethanol itself is clear. And then we're left with the juice. Because, what is it, ethanol boils at, I think it's 76 degrees Celsius, and then water is obviously 100. And so it's a bit different with a vacuum chamber because we get it down to like the millibars. But it's still, you're just separating liquids, essentially.
Yeah. Has the physics and chemistry behind it sort of always been something that's fascinated you before you are involved in hydrosol?
No, not at all. That's what I was meaning, a bit of a laugher.
Yeah.
That's always been Michael's forte. I find it interesting. It's really awesome to learn more about it, but before Michael, I was kind of like, whatever.
Fair enough. Tracking a little bit now. So at Peekaboos, that's where you really got pushed into the cocktail sort of side of things. But starting back from the RSA, why did you choose the RSA as somewhere to work? Or what fascinated you about being behind the bar or being involved in hospitality in any way, shape or form?
My parents are very big on, you might as well start working when you're young. Mm-hmm. Get into any sort of working industry while you're young. Build up your career, build up your future as young as possible so you can pioneer when you're 18, 20, 25, 30. You know, you're still a young person in that industry. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely my parents also pushed me to say, like, get a job, because I did drop out of high school. I never finished high school.
Okay. Yeah.
Dropped out, and my parents were like, you need to work.
High school dropout is about.
No, okay.
Okay, so what time you dropped out at 14?
No, I dropped out at 16.
Yeah.
I think I was just about to turn 17, and I dropped out.
Get NCA level 1 out.
Yeah, I did get NCA level 2.
Okay.
And then, again, shout out Peekaboo. I did an apprenticeship in food and beverage with them, which was with Service IQ. And that's how I managed to pass level 3 and level 4.
Wow. Cool. It's a high school dropout now, fully qualified in NCA.
Yes.
To be fair, you got more than I got. I got my level 2 and I was done, and I never went into education again for anything schooling wise, you know.
Fair enough.
The booze industry was always educational, but some people are just not made for school. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think my parents come from a same mindset as your parents. Mm-hmm. Is fucking get out there and work. Like, yeah, my dad grew up on a farm, and you know, from the minute you can walk, you're out there milking a cow and learning some sort of skill.
Yes.
And so that was just the way we formed, and that's the way I'll raise my children.
Hell yeah.
And they get out there, hustle.
Yeah.
You gotta start making some money so I can retire, you know?
I'm trying to retire by 40.
That would be a beautiful sight. Okay, and so yeah, just get out there, get into work. And hospitality is a great place to start. Yes. It's such a people-focused, you learn great communication skills. You know, it's very tactile, it's very involved, it's a very fun industry. And so I guess, you know, is that what kept you there?
100%. I'm an extrovert by heart. I cannot stand being alone, especially like physically. I need to have someone around me. So being in an environment where I can just talk to people and get paid, I'm like, okay, cool. Bring the money. To a coffee, just give me a little chat, you know?
Oh, love it. Yeah, there's the perfect hospitality sort of vibe. I always thought when I started working in my first bar that I wanted to hang out and drink with my mates. Mm-hmm. Why not get paid for it at the same time?
Exactly.
And so all my mates would come to the bar that I was working at, and I'd just get to chat shit with them and have a beer or two. Uh-huh. And I'm putting cash in the bank.
Yeah.
This is great. And then you make so many new contacts. Mm-hmm. That then, you know, you go to that bar and, oh, there's a cheeky freebie and that one. And then all of a sudden going out is way cheaper than what your friends experience as well. You know everything that's going on. You kind of know what to drink, know what not to. And it sort of develops your whole social circle, yes. I would say.
100%.
So it's hard to, you know, you deal with so much hydrosol sort of stuff. But are you also, I mean, we're drinking booze right now, so you're clearly a booze drinker.
I am.
Hey, we all have the non-alcoholic options for sure. There's always days that we don't need to have any booze.
Shout out Dry July, shout out Sober October. I do participate.
Beautiful. Well, and that'll be a great time for Project Hydrosol. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone wants some sort of Dry July, Sober October adjustment
Yes.
made to a menu. So, I mean, it's a great business model. You got 2 months, you definitely know you're going to sell.
As I said, like, it was beautiful, like, perfect timing for you to say this Saturday.
Yep.
It was like, July is so busy for me, and we're just about to head into July. I was like, okay, cool, let me pick up in August. So this worked out perfectly.
Amazing. I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Thank you.
So when you go into bars, what do you look for? What is the vibe? What's the drinks? What's the, what gives you a great hospitality experience?
Okay, so the vibes, the drinks, the hospo experience. Vibes, I do love like the dirty grunge sort of just like dive bar experience. Shout out Ding Dong.
Ding Dong.
Shout out Ding Dong. You've been to Ding Dong?
No, I haven't.
You've never been to Ding Dong?
Never been to Ding Dong.
Oh my gosh, let me put you on to Ding Dong.
All right. Put me on some game.
They're on, is it Albert Street? I think it's Albert Street. It's a heavy metal rock bar.
Okay. Yeah.
Rock bar. It's like, it's dirty in there, but like in the best way possible.
A real genuine sort of dive bar
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what I imagine. I've only actually ever left the North Island once, and that was to go to Samoa on a quick little school trip. But Ding Dong is what I imagine American dive bars to be.
Okay.
I hope so. Hopefully that's not a diss to anyone, but that's what I envision for American dive bars. Ding Dong. So that's the vibe. The drinks. I do love really curated, I suppose. Drinks super like fancy, but like you can tell that people have a lot of passion for what they do by how their drink menu looks. Like you can see a drinks menu when you can tell that the bartenders and the mixologists, or
Yeah.
when you can see that they are so passionate about their craft. I don't really look for specific flavors or textures or colors.
So you just look for something that isn't the standard classic, something that someone's put a spin on and put a bit of vibe into.
A lot of effort into.
Yep. Okay.
That's what's beautiful. So what we've got, the vibe, the drinks, and what was the third one?
Or just the genuine hospo experience. The people, what do they bring? What are you looking for? Has there been anything that's happened in a venue that you're like, I'm not going back there? Or you walked in and you've experienced something and you thought, this is going to be where I stay. I mean, it sounds like Ding Dong.
Shout out Ding Dong. Well, I won't name names, but there was one venue where it was just like a little pub situation, but they had pokie machines out the back. It's like, shit, let me get on the slap. And, you know, like I won like $400 and they're like, you cheated, like this isn't real, you didn't get it. And I'm like, never coming back here. And how dare you take my money and not give me like $400?
That's pretty cheeky there.
Yeah.
That is not on.
Give me like $5 at least, like, and not just take me out.
They must make a killing from the pokies.
Yeah, big that.
Jesus.
Where do I go all the time? I mean, Panacea.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's so beautiful. All of the different bartenders, you know, shout out Ryan, shout out Leon, shout out PJ, shout out Danny, shout out Cal.
Yeah.
RIP, down in Wellington. They're just so passionate about their craft. There we go. Passion is what I look for in a hospitality venue. Passion is such a huge thing for me. It's what really drove me into hospitality, was seeing so many people be so passionate about their little like subgenres.
Yep.
And like Michael and I, we went to, I feel so bad that I don't remember the venue. It's at the Frontier building. There's like a coffee shop underneath it. And we met with Sam. And he was entering a coffee competition where he would like create a coffee drink. And it was so beautiful to sit down with him and see like, and saying like, beans came from the Nolix and the it was just so beautiful to see him so passionate about coffee, of all things. And there's so many people that I've met in my short 2 years of being in Auckland who are just so passionate about whatever little subgenre it is. I suppose you're very passionate about ice.
Yeah, ice is a very big part of my life. Yeah. I can talk about water and filtration and freezing process until the cows come home. Yeah, it seems to be my jam nowadays.
Yeah, I love passion. It's so beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, right, yeah. And I think that's something that, all of us is in the bartender hospitality space, even chefing, everyone's looking for, it's the passionate people that put forward the best work.
100%.
No one ever wins by half-assing it all the time. So yeah, passion is anything you do, really.
Sure.
You've got to be passionate about it. If you mow those lawns, they're going to be the best movie ever,
Yeah, you'll mow it there and have you seen the little TikTok videos where they do the the patterns?
Yes.
And it's you can tell he's passionate about what he's doing.
And that is so hard, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, I tried it on our lawn several times, and I'm just I'm struggling to just keep a fucking straight line. Let alone make it a checkerboard. And but I have noticed when I mow this way, I get this sort of look.
Yeah.
I go that way, and
the diversity of it all.
Yeah, and it's my son loves getting out there and pushing the lawnmower with me. He stands in between me and the mower and pushes on the handles. I'm yeah, bro, I've just got to keep it straight. And but even he loves going out and just is passionate about mowing the lawns, passionate about picking up dog poo off the lawn as well. He's always out there, poos. Yeah, all right, let's get the shovel, we'll pick it up now, we can mow. And he's just locked in. But yeah, the passion, anyone that puts their heart and soul into something is always gonna do well.
You can always tell when you go to a restaurant or a bar or a cafe or whatever, if a chef is just there to work or if a chef is there to share their creation. You can almost immediately tell.
Yeah.
Love is such a passionate thing that it might not seem like much, but if love is put into something, it really shines through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. I love love. I love love. I love passion. I love ambition. That's what drives me.
Beautiful. And so there's a lot of love and passion that goes into making all the hydrosols, making drinks for every customer that walks through the door.
Yeah.
That's great. And by the sounds of it, you're very passionate about the creative process in general, and even the art side, the working with the leather to do the labeling of the bottles and the hand painting and everything like that. So a very artistic sort of.
I try my best to be.
Well, I mean, sometimes it doesn't even matter if it's good or other people like it, as long as you're passionate about it, right? It's just got to.
As long as my love is being portrayed in a way that they can see my love, I am happy.
That's good. So what are some of the things that you put that love into the most?
I do love to paint.
Yeah, painting's a big one.
I do love to paint. I'm very secretive about it, though. No one's ever really actually seen my art.
Oh, bit of a Banksy, but in reverse. Everyone now knows from the podcast, but no one's ever seen it.
No! I do love painting. Cooking is a big passion of mine. It's so beautiful to learn about different cultures and methods and traditions over the years of different ethnicities or countries, whatever. That's something I have a lot of passion and love for. I just love love. As I said, I love love. I love passion, ambition. What brings me joy is talking to other people where they're just not frantic, but they're just spilling all the information about what they do, what they love. That's what brings me. That's what warms my heart, is seeing people so passionate and striving to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you, in the talking to people and things like that, I guess most of that now comes from the creative consultation side, working with clients. And do you ever rock star behind the bars and get a feel that way?
I did. I was at Lillian for about a year. I was the head bartender there. I have done a bar takeover at Bedford that was
cool.
Last year. It was for Spitlow? No.
That's the vodka, eh?
Yeah. Was it Spitlow? I think it might have been Spitlow. I made a cosmopolitan, but it was fully New Zealand based vodka. Because we work with 144 Islands. They're very Kiwi. We fortify their wine, make those in aperitifs. So I made a cosmopolitan, but using West Coast cranberries. I did our own signature blend of acids to create a lime acid blend, essentially. I used the 144 Islands Cracker, which is our orange aperitif, and then the vodka. So I made a beautiful New Zealand scented cosmopolitan.
Nice.
And that was at the Bedford Bar Takeover.
Nice. Yeah. Bedford's such a great.
I love it.
Bedford's a great.
Shout out the meatballs. Shout out Jeremy. Shout out Sid. Shout out Dane. Shout out Elliot.
They are a great guy. I love. I've almost had everyone from Bedford on the podcast. We have such a good time. I love chatting to them, and I pop in and see them once or twice a week. Like, it's just great people. Great people, great time. And they've been around, Bedford's been around a good, 9...
For a while, yeah.
It's a little bit of an institution now. It's past that bridge that now it's renowned.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it, and it's kind of can do its thing. Everyone appreciates the little bit of Bedford punk, the hip hop in the background, the meatballs, and great cocktails, ever-changing cocktail list.
Yeah.
Even Paul, photographer.
Yes. Love Paul.
Him doing the social media is great.
So funny. Did you see the one recently where it was like, don't ever mess with your garnish? And he got dragged into the ice fridge.
That's right. Yeah. There's another one that Jay showed me the other day, and I don't know if it's been released yet.
Okay.
I think this will be coming out after they release it. But it was Jay was pretending to be a customer, and she walked over to Paul, who was sitting at a table, and gives a little spiel about hey, when if you guys want to be involved in this, whatever. When I'm over at the bar talking to the guy and I point at you, just give me a little bit of a wave. And they go, oh, yeah, cool. So she goes over to the bar. I think she talks to Tristan and goes, those guys over there told me to put a drink on their tab. And they give a wave. Yeah. And then they get dropped the bill at the end and they're like, fuck. It's just the level of humor that they put into their drinks is great. I love it. Really? Really? Where? At Ding Dong?
No, it was a Ding Dong. Where did I go? I think it was Rain and Port.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we've all got stories.
We're in a recession or whatever. Like, everyone's poor. We got to do what we're going to do.
The economy's bad. I'll take a free drink, run, get it. Oh, that's hilarious. And someone fell for that. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. They learned that night.
Yeah.
They're like, Dan.
Don't trust a stranger.
Exactly. 100%. And Rain and Pour, also been around a long time.
Wow.
Very busy venue. There's always people in there. And someone got done. Hey, good work. It's impressive. Very impressive. Good work. How's your margarita going?
It's empty.
All right.
Perhaps another beveragino.
Why not?
So what's this one?
So this is a clarified porn star martini.
Love it.
From First Class Cocktails. Shout out to Stu and Christian. They're also Bedford. Yeah, Christian. So this is their brand.
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, their range of bottled cocktails. They are delicious. Nice and boozy too.
Man.
Yeah, please check it out.
Oh my gosh.
So pineapple chili margarita, pink porn star martini, and there's quite a few others. Banoffee Kai old fashioned, strawberries and cream, milk punch, peach martini. Yeah, they do a lot of good stuff. So anyone that wants some good high end bartender made craft cocktails at home, there we go. Trainers modelled immaculately for you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Sorry, how rude of me.
Oh,
that's cool.
Brace yourselves. It's sponsorship time. I know ads can feel like the Broccoli podcast, but today we're talking about the Bar Society, a company I own and operate. So think of it as supporting my broccoli farm. This goes out to all cocktail lovers and hospitality pros. Are you ready to elevate your drinking experience? Introducing the Bar Society, New Zealand's leading clear ice supplier. Whether you're stirring down a classic old-fashioned or crafting the perfect gin and tonic, there's no substitute for crystal clear ice. Not only does our ice look stunning, but it also melts slower, keeping your drinks colder and your flavors perfectly balanced. From home bartenders to high-end establishments, the Bar Society's here to bring your beverages to the next level. Order today and see why we're trusted by the best bars and restaurants in New Zealand. Visit thebarsociety.co.nz and let us transform your drinks. The Bar Society. Elevate your drinking experience.
That is very delicious.
That's so yummy.
It's been a while since I've had them. And I'm like, the pineapple and chili was always my favorite. But that, I haven't had the porn star in a while. It is very good.
It was very yummy.
Needs its own OnlyFans, I think.
Oh, flower.
Here we go, a little bit of marketing for the boys.
Who designed this?
I had a social media guy, and he, to be fair, the whole podcast started because of him. I said I had an idea. So the breadcrumb mojito moment essentially comes from when I worked in my first ever bar, which was Outlaws on the Viaduct, way back when. I had just been taught how to make a mojito. My first order behind the bar was 8 mojitos. And I'm like, I have got this in the bag. I'm so good on this. So this is the one cocktail I know. And I was looking for brown sugar, or any type of sugar. But the bar manager said there was brown sugar. So the bar manager said there's definitely brown sugar out the back. I'm like, cool, all right, I'll go find this brown sugar. And I picked up what I thought was brown sugar, but it turned out to be breadcrumbs. And so I chucked that in. And I like talking about successes that we all have in the industry in our desired field, but I also don't want to come across too wanky, like we're too up ourselves. So I like to finish on a bit of a fuck up and mistake. And so that was always kind of the concept for the podcast. And then when my social media dude was talking about doing his studies and exams, he was talking about how he edited a podcast. So I was like, dude, I'd love to do a podcast. Like, I've got this idea, the breadcrumb mojito, this is that, and this is kind of the setup. And he just went away and made this. And he brought it into work the next day, and I was like, fuck, that's really, really cool. And so he said, sweet, let's do it. And he just, cracked on, got it printed, and that's kind of where we started. Yeah, it was nice. He's since left us and gone on to work for another amazing digital marketing social media company. And I was like, look, dude, chase your dreams.
Exactly.
But we'll keep the breadcrumb going in your honor. And he designed the logo, and I don't think I'll ever change it. And it's quite cool. It fits in very, very nicely.
Did they like the mojito islands?
No. Fuck no. The customer actually said, I don't think that's right. And
I think you like whatever.
Exactly, that's exactly right. Arrogant Connor was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're not a bartender. I'm behind the bar right now. Like, you'll stay in your lane.
You're like reading my mind. That's almost exactly what I said. And man, was I embarrassed afterwards. I was just looked like an absolute dick. And the bar manager comes over and goes, that ain't right. And so for the rest of the night, I made Jack and Cokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like...
It's only Jack and Cokes.
Yeah. It was... four components, a glass of ice. Yeah. But yeah, that was it. And the worst part of it was, though, like, I had to make 8 of them. And so you're like, half a bottle of rum just gone in the sink, and it looked like vomit in a glass. And now looking back on it, I've done enough to be able to look back and just laugh at it and be like, that was just such a rookie amateur move.
Yeah.
And then my arrogance bit me in the ass as well, and embarrassing. And but yeah, I look back on that memory fondly.
It's beautiful.
I'm like,
at least you look back at it fondly.
Yeah, look back on it fondly. I remember the first time I ever shared that story with someone. I was bartendering over in Melbourne, and we were just, I think even like, here's another breadcrumb mojito moment. I always, now that I even think about it, I'm confusing myself, but I would get confused between margarita, lemon or lime. Now, is it lemon or is it lime? I said what I thought at that time, and one of the guys I worked with was like, "Nah, dude, that's wrong." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know, another arrogant moment. And he goes, "Nah, it's this and this." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna Google it." "Yeah, you are right." "Yeah." "All right, cool." And so I learned something again. And it was after that we just kind of started talking about gaps in knowledge. Like, we all have little gaps in our knowledge. Like, a whiskey dude could know 99% of it, but he never 100%.
Yeah.
And so we all have those little gaps in our knowledge. And then at that moment, I was like, "Oh, dude, let me tell you about these mojitos I made." And I told that story, and everyone sort of gave me shit for the next little wee while about it. And even when they'd make a mojito in the bar, they'd come up and be like, "Bro, have you got breadcrumbs?" I was still like, "Fuck, dude, like, come on, give me a break." But yeah, so that just carried on. And then I always thought, if I ever did a podcast, that's probably what I'd call it. So I can, I want everyone to appreciate that we all fuck up. Have a little bit of a laugh. You know, do some learning. Yeah, you never get better if you never fail.
Right, exactly.
You know, like listening to like different business people, entrepreneur people, they all talk about how, you know, if you're going to fail fast.
Oh.
And the more you fail, the more you eventually get right. People get analysis paralysis, and they never want to make a mistake, and so everything's theory, and it never becomes practical. It's just always theory, whereas instead of doing the theory, I take more of an approach of I'll go out there and I will fail 5 times in a row and then figure something out before the next person has even really started putting anything into play. And so that's kind of my thing. I mean, with the ice, when we started doing that, I had never cut ice on a bandsaw in my life.
A bandsaw?
Yeah, because
like the electric,
yeah, so you think of like what a butcher would use is how we do it. So it's a big standing stainless steel bandsaw.
Right.
And you make a big block, give or take the size of this table, maybe like 400 mil deep. So each block that you make is 150 kilos. So that's big and heavy, and at some points very dangerous.
That's pretty light. It's nothing for a little girl like me, you know?
But yeah, we take a block, cut it with a bandsaw, and then take big slabs, chop them down on a smaller bandsaw, and then, you know, make squares, essentially. Just we're really good at doing squares.
Hell yeah.
Squares, and we do some balls as well.
Some spherical numbers. But
yeah, like I had never done it before, so it was a lot of winging it. We did for Auckland Cocktail Week, we did a water to glass masterclass yesterday at Auckland. And Ali from Caretaker. So he and I both lived in Melbourne, and we didn't know each other at this point. And he was a part of starting a company called Navy Strength Ice, which was making precision cut ice for bars, because we were all making it ourselves. He started Navy Strength Ice. A venue that I was working for started buying it. I thought, this is brilliant. And I never made it again in a bar ever since then. When COVID shut all of our restaurants down, I came back here. A few of my restaurant friends said, "No one does fucking ice back here. You should hook into that." And so from everything I'd witnessed with Navy Strength Ice, I just thought, I'm going to repeat that.
Yeah.
Just replicate that, because it worked. The polystyrene boxes that get picked up from venues at the end and reused, all of that sort of, let's make everything full circle.
Yes.
Custom cut it, because knowing what a bartender wants, sometimes they have different size glasses and a different wash line, different millage of a cocktail, all of these different elements that we have to deal with. I know what those things are needed in the bar.
Yeah.
Let's just start cutting some squares. But what you learn is a hot glass, when it comes out of a dishwasher and you put cold water in it, and it shatters. Ice is the exact same thing, but in reverse. So you take it out really cold out of the freezer. You put it on a room temperature stainless steel bench, which is what I did with my first block, and the whole thing just shatters. And I'm like, fuck. This took me like 3-4 days to make that ice, and I just busted it all. And so that went straight into the garden and melted, and we started again. But yeah, it's just, you know, trying to fine tune and make a couple of mistakes and cut a finger or two. And eventually you start to figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
And once we got to a level where I could bring someone else in, I could teach them how to cups of ice and tea.
You can't fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I found, when you tell someone don't cut yourself and they end up cutting themselves, my approach was, bro, you're going to cut yourself. It's going to be real bad.
Yeah.
I just know it's going to happen. To this day, they have not cut themselves.
Hell yeah.
And they've been like years in. So I'm like, that's the approach I'm going to take now. I'm going to tell someone that they're going to hurt themselves horribly.
Oh.
And they just don't do it. It's way better than saying, don't do this, and then next minute they leave work with a missing finger or something like that. So it's quite good. But yeah, it's just, it's fancy hard water. We cut squares, put them in drinks for people, and hope that all works out well.
Yeah.
Which is key.
So why are you guys using polystyrene specifically?
Because of its thermal properties. So like for example, when I was in bars, if someone was going to deliver me an ice product, my thought is I need to get that in the freezer as soon as possible. And sometimes you have to rearrange that freezer. And so if it takes me 5-10 minutes to rearrange that freezer, but it's being delivered in a bar, I don't know, maybe it's a rooftop bar and it's really hot, or, different environmental things come into play. If it melts and then you put it in the freezer.
It's a waste of money.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So I want to protect people's investment. If they're paying for us to deliver a product, I don't want to become an inconvenience to them. Then like, dude, when I deliver this, you have to stop serving all of your customers and you have to put the shit in the fridge or in the freezer. So in the poly boxes, you get a good 2-3 hours outside of the freezer. So that is great. Because there's also some venues that we deliver to, I might be there at 2:00 delivering it, but no one's in the bar until 3.
Yeah.
It's inefficient for me to work my whole day around them as well. Like I'm on the road at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to...
water.
Yes. I'm not going to sit out a bar for 2 hours.
And wait for someone to sign it off.
Yeah. And you open at 5, cool, I'll wait till 5 and then I'll hit 5 o'clock traffic on the way. And as a business, you have to work it efficiently, but I also don't want to be inconvenience the customer, and I don't want them to get a shitty product.
Right.
And so the poly boxes works great for that. That holds the ice really, really well and gives bartenders time to work. They can finish the lunch rush and it's not a massive urgency to get it in. They can rearrange the freezer. They can even not be at work yet and I can drop it off out back in the shade and they can chuck it in. But then the poly boxes, they're also reusable.
Yes. So you said you do circular packaging?
Yep.
Beautiful.
And so, there are some venues that are just maybe like a hotel. There's just too many moving parts for them to... Poly boxes, they take a large space to store. It's a venue that goes through 10 big boxes. I don't want to inconvenience them again by just having to store that. And so some of those venues have rubbish facilities where they can get rid of them. A lot of other venues, especially smaller venues, Panacea being one of them, when we drop off an order, we'll get the poly boxes from the last order and take them away with us. They get to be sterilized. We'll repack into them. It's financially more efficient. It's better for the environment. We're not putting as much rubbish in. And I think there's a zero wastage movement that's very entrenched in what modern day cocktail bars are doing.
100%.
And so if they feel like they can keep that going, not only with ingredients, but with packaging as well, that's kind of just works out nicely.
100%.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of benefits to the polystyrene as well as a lot of negatives, plastic, petroleum-based, all those sorts of things. And so we take little precautions. We put it in a plastic bag inside the box so it doesn't, touch the polystyrene directly. And we put baking paper in the sides to give a little bit of space because it's hard to pull a bag of heavy ice out of a box that, it's suction packed in there. So yeah, it just seemed to be what we've done and what we've played with. And now we've got these new boxes, which we're doing for our retail range.
Ooh la la.
So it's like a cardboard on the outside. With a foam in the middle.
Are we able to open that?
Yeah, of course you can. And then
How cute.
an alloy foil.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is going to be for our retail range.
Also, just for the public.
Pretty much. So
Oh.
they'll be full of ice. And the idea was that...
2.5 kilos. That's a lot of ice.
So this, that's for the hoshizaki.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you get to balls, that'll be like a box of 20.
Yeah.
Or of the rocks, which is more like a rectangle, it'll be like a box of 30, give or take. So this size and then a larger size, which of Hoshizaki ice, which is, what a bartender would normally use in the well.
Yeah.
Like they have ice.
Some cubes.
Yeah, exactly. So a 2.5 and a 5. And then we can use them to do other products as well. But essentially, I don't want the general public to have that same issue. I don't want them to go to a bottle shop, buy it, take it home. It's melted because it's really hot summer's day in the car. And then they put it in and they're like, fuck, I just got a big block. Now I'm going to need to get out my biggest glass to use this ice.
Yeah.
So the insulated box, it keeps it good for like, technically I should probably say like half an hour. So I don't overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah.
But personally, I've had ice in it. I went to the factory, I filled a box with ice. I went to the supermarket. I did my grocery shopping. It sat in the car for an hour and a half, and then I got home and I put it in the freezer, and everything was still loose.
Hell yeah.
And so they work out really, really well. Not quite as good as the full poly box, but perfect for what a home user requires.
Yeah.
We're talking 20 to 30 minutes between a shop and a home for the general user. And so they work out really well. So we've just got them into the country.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. They're not even in a store yet.
Oh,
And so
sneak.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, if there's anyone out there that works with a bottle shop or something like that would like to stock it,
Some fancy eyes.
give us a call.
Yeah.
Give us a call. But yeah, so that's sort of them, and they look nice. They got sort of a little bit of information on the back, some branding,
Beautiful.
little looking fancy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's that. That's the ice.
I think it's so amazing that you guys are doing like the circular packaging program. That's exactly what Project Hydrosol does.
Okay. Yeah.
We are very much focused on, we give you the product in a container or a jerry can, give it back to us the next time we see you and next time you order it. We're 100% circular packaging.
Yeah.
We do not just deliver and then
Yeah. See you later.
yeah. And recycling is very hard because I don't know actually much about all the stats on it. Recycling kind of just doesn't exist.
Yeah. I tend to agree with that.
It just doesn't exist.
Unless it's a can or a glass bottle,
Yeah.
it doesn't really happen.
But we are still doing our part by the circular packaging program. We are still doing our one little step.
Yep.
One step is better than no steps.
Yeah, 100%. 100. I totally agree with that. So when you do deliver hydrosols, how are they coming? What sort of format are they packaged in? Is it all like, say, for example, a 5-liter jerry?
Honestly, it really depends on the venue. We do have glass bottles where they're like amber, like similar to this, glass bottles, 500 mils. We've got different shapes. They're all 500 mils, but we've got quite a few different shapes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we do 5-liter jugs, the 4-liter Bonson, just like rectangular containers, the 3.1, and the 2-liter. We also have the Utamataki, like 800 mil cylindrical containers. We do also deliver in big, like 10-liter buckets, 20-liter buckets. We do have like the 25-liter jerry cans. It really depends on the menu.
Yeah, okay. So it's just what their volume they're going to go through. And is there a shelf life on the hydrosols?
I think legally we have to say 1 year.
Okay.
But in the warehouse, we've got quite a few stuff from like 3-4 years ago when Michael was just starting out.
Yeah.
Completely fine. I think, legally we have to say 1 year.
Yeah. Okay.
So keep it in the fridge. We do dose all of our products with Nagado, which is a mushroom antimicrobial. It's like supposed to help with stopping fermentation from happening.
Okay.
We do dose all of our products with that.
So when you say dose, is that putting a mushroom in it?
It's like a mushroom powder. And we like dilute it down. We do like a 1% solution. 1% of a 1% solution, into a final product. It's supposed to help stop fermentation or, any sort of like scobies from forming.
Interesting.
Now,
That's quite cool.
oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah. And it comes from a mushroom.
Like how you a mushroom.
Very
Nagado.
Nagado. See, that's interesting. And I mean, being in bars when things like Liars and Seedlip I'm really sorry for pointing out those two brands. And in particular, they're just the only ones that come to mind at the time.
Shout out Ecology and Co. Shout out Terps and Co. No, well, shout out everyone.
Yeah, typically on the labels, it's a 3-month lifespan.
Yeah.
With them being hydrosols, what is different? Is it the fact that you're treating yours with the antimicrobial mushroom solution? Is that what extends your lifespan to that?
Yes. I could be completely wrong, but it's either Liars or Seedlip. They're trying to say they're sugar-free. Either Liars or Seedlip. I can't quite remember which one. Or maybe it's Ecology and Co. One of them is sugar-free. And so they use like the phenylalanine, the stevia. They use all the sugar alternatives.
Yeah.
And that is what brings like forward the shelf life.
Okay, so the sugar is what is shortening the shelf life.
The fake sugar. Yes.
Sugar, yeah. The distinction is very important. That's very interesting because, naturally you think like sugar is normal, real sugar is a preservative.
Yeah, it genuinely is. So when Michael first started the company, he was wanting to do a sugar-free, non-alcoholic distillery situation, but he kind of just realized like, sugar's sugar, just like drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out diabetics, but like, it's not kill you. It's still diabetic. Like it's sugar is sugar. It's a natural thing. Comes from the cane. It comes from the wherever sugar comes from.
Yeah.
It comes from the earth. It's not some like fake chemical powder. Why not use something straight from the earth, not something that's synthesized or not necessarily synthesized, but like, taken apart from like a billion different things, put into one thing. Just sugar's sugar.
Yeah, I've heard different like sort of dietitians and nutritionists talk about the human body is so well equipped to process sugar because it's natural.
Yeah.
It's always better to have something full of sugar than something full of an artificial sugar. Yeah, a stevia, whatever sort of
like,
sweet.
When was like sugar a thing? Surely it's probably been like 1,000 years at least. But it's like all this fake sugar. It's like we're not equipped to process it because it's chemicals. It's just fake.
Exactly. And I've even heard that like if you have a Diet Coke or something like that, the perception on the tongue of the sweetness spikes certain chemicals and functions within your body to prepare it for processing sugar.
Yes. Yeah.
And so when you don't actually give it that sugar to process, it tends to...
Your body's like overworking itself in a way, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's like, where's the fucking juice?
Where's the juice?
And it just can't put it out there. So yeah, no, I would always say natural dinner. Keep it clean, keep it natural.
Sugar.
Sugar is sugar. I mean, look, honey's a great sweetener of different components. And
well, I actually only found out recently, honey is so expensive in America. Specifically like Manuka, Kanuka honey.
All coming from here.
Yeah, so expensive.
Yep.
It's like 50 New Zealand dollars, which is like a little jar of money. And people are buying it.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the buck?
I can believe that. I spoke to a marketing branding agency like years ago, and they were talking about just the name of the honey brand escapes me. But they brought like a cardboard box engineer into the picture, and so like the Manuka flower has 5 petals.
Yes.
And as you would slide the top lid off, 5 petals would open up and reveal this little jar of honey. And we're talking like a little jar of honey. And it was selling for like $800.
800?
Yeah, it was crazy because they had...
Oh my gosh.
Man, I am just not informed about honey enough to know,
So we said lap.
It's the whatever scale they measure the beneficial properties that Manuka honey has, it's like a, MMG or something like this.
Yeah.
But
sounds like bit science.
Yeah. Well, this particular honey, it was so high in this beneficial compound that the score that it received when it was tested was not on the current scale.
Wow.
And so they had to add, an extension to the scale to say this is AAA rated plus, because it's hitting this 1,000 level mark, and no honey had done that before. That's why they could get away $800 for it.
Wow.
And for the American market as well. And like, beautiful packaging, like just to make that box has got to be expensive.
Yeah.
And then you've got the world's best honey going into it and all of these different beneficial properties. And it was incredible to hear about the branding exercise that honey went through, but what they could sell it for. It was obviously also expensive to produce.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're sourcing your honey from the best.
Yeah.
Your own hives, and that rating that you achieve, you've got to now keep that up.
And you go through the bees and go, you, not you.
Yeah.
You.
Dave and Johnny, you're good. You get out there on the Manuka tree. Cheryl, you're gone.
Fuck off. Go back to the fucking Puda card.
Yeah, exactly. We'll move you to block B.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating, the whole sort of process they went through in Manuka honey for the American market. People are into that shit.
Yeah, but that was actually something I've been thinking about a lot recently. Kind of off topic, kind of on topic. Engineering as a whole, there is so much that goes into every single tiny little thing, whether you like it or not. Like this beautiful table, someone would have had to design this. They would have choose the wood, who would have grown the wood. Like it would have been a big special thing. The beautiful glass that we're drinking from, it's, someone would have had to like design it all, engineer it, and say like this like proper thickness, the beautiful microphone, it's like the foam on it. Like they had to engineer and say like, it's going to be like this specific circumference. There's so much that goes into every single little thing.
Yeah.
With like, just goes back to I love passion. Everyone is so passionate about something, and it's so beautiful to see like, someone would have been passionate about a fucking little microphone.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe whether this is a Timo microphone or not.
Someone
still designed a microphone, and there was always the first microphone.
Yeah.
And there was always the first glass bottle, the first cup, the first box, the first honey.
Yeah.
And so, I totally agree. Whoever designed that first one was extremely passionate about what they were doing, and they were a pioneer in their field.
And it's so beautiful to see people see this one thing and say, like, let me put my own twist on it. And then it flourishes. And then someone puts their twist on that. And
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of the 100%. I think that's why almost every bartender you meet is passionate.
yes.
Because we're doing that same thing where, I think back to like the Savoy cocktail book. We had things like the Corpse Reviver and the Corpse Reviver #2 and all of these, the original like Blue Blazers and these original fundamental cocktails that now you get a Blue Blazer in a nice high-end modern venue. And it is, I think the original one was like, 2 shots of Johnny Walker and a shot of boiling water and light it on fire. Like it was, it was very basic, but now Blazers are a whole different category, and the martini, has developed so many different variations of a martini, and all of these passionate, creative people have understood the fundamental knowledge or reason or concept and then just run with it. Talking to Cal about cocktail creation and the competitions that he did and now writing venues and things like this. Like he talks a lot about how incredible people he's had the privilege of working for and with, how they've imparted little bits of knowledge, and he's used that to expand his knowledge. And now he likes passing that on to other people and teaching them not only what he's accumulated, but also something he's designed and allowing them to take it a step forward. And I think that's like the passion infused with the heart of the teacher.
Yeah.
I like to think of it like, pass it down. Like we're only going to get better, and high tides lift all boats.
True.
And so let's all just get a little bit better and encourage and be passionate about what the fuck we're doing.
See, I can't remember the exact quote, but that just reminded me of something where it's like, you are one piece of every person you have loved. Like you carry a little part of other people that you love in your life. And I think that shows with like passion. If someone else is passionate about something, you carry that with you and you say like, Hal is so passionate about this, or Connor is so passionate about hard water. I've gone back to it like 5 times now. Passion is such a beautiful thing. It's what drives life, I think. Passion is necessary to succeed.
I totally agree with that. Totally agree. 100%. But all right. I think we're sort of coming to the end of our time on the breadcrumb mojito. So, as I mentioned to you when we first spoke about you coming on, a breadcrumb mojito moment. Do you have a breadcrumb mojito moment for us? Where did the passion come from, and where was that passion placed in a mistake?
Again, shout out Peekaboo Backyard Bar and Eatery in Kaitaia, the old Bushman's hut. I remember it was like in my first week working there. It was like my proper hospitality venue. Like it was like carrying a tray of drinks, like this bougie stuff. They kind of like insisted that empty glasses we just hold on a tray, including bottles. At Lillian, we were a bit more lax. It was just like, just carry the glasses as you go. But yeah, we had to carry the glasses on the tray. We were so tired. We had the, like, underneath where the bar is, there's like the rubbish bin, the recycling bin, and then the dishwasher is over here. I was just in such a daze that I grabbed, it cleared an entire table, super big tray of glasses, and I walk onto the bag. I just throw it all in the recycling. I was like, oh, shit.
In the recycling?
It's like, I don't know how many dollars worth of glasses are just thrown into the recycling bin, all shattered. I'm like, oh my God. I think it was only like a few months later that they found out it was me. I think that's my breadcrumb here moment is, yeah, I threw an entire tray of glasses into the recycling bin. Accident while it was
you know, have you ever heard good intentions pave the road to hell? Have you ever heard of that? No, it's like when people always have the best intentions and they go forward. Essentially, you were trying to recycle. You were trying to make sure the glasses didn't go in the bin, but they did not make it to the dishwasher, which would have been a much better form of recycling. But, you know, I see that, you know.
Because it'd be like, they were saying like, oh, if you can clear just like a bottle of, like not bottles, like mini bottles on a tray, just like throw them or something.
Yeah.
And so I had a mixture of like bottles and glasses. I was just like,
Yeah. Cool.
like, oh, shit.
But
I'm just throwing away all these glasses. These wine glasses, beer glasses, soda, whatever.
and it's a good breadcrumb mojito moment. That's, so we've had a lot of moments to do with trays,
Okay.
but we all tend to revolve around spilling it on other people.
Really?
Yeah. We've had quite a few spilling on other people. Mikey Ball, when he was on a couple of episodes ago, his one was a hot chocolate and spilled it on someone. And I had one where I was working at Lone Star and I had a tray of Pilsners, spilled that all over someone because I tripped over a shoe. And there's been a lot of tray things, but never anyone just throwing a whole bunch of glasses straight into the recycling. So congratulations on being a first.
Well, adding in on the tray situation, I won't name venues, but it was a 1986 bottle of Chardonnay of some kind.
Just an easy, pick it up at Woolworths.
Whatever, all right. I spilled it all over a woman. Was her it was like a polar bear fur coat.
Oh.
Like it was like a 1 of 5 in the whole world. I spilled it all over her jacket, and I was like, shit, I need to move back to Kaitaia. I need to leave Auckland. I need to leave Orange now. I need to just go. It was so
Oh, well.
I mean, she was so rich. She was just like, that's whatever. I've got another one.
Yeah. Don't worry. I own all 5.
I own all 5. Yeah. 1986 bottle of Chardonnay spilled over. And it was like something stupid like polar bear fur.
Yeah, that's a crazy,
It was something really weird.
really unsure if polar bears are endangered or anything like that. But I mean, any sort of exotic endangered fur like that is. I mean, I won't wear that out. No, to keep that at home.
Yeah.
Because even if it's not an accidental bottle of wine being thrown on it, I'm sure there's some sort of activist out there that'll want to throw paint on it.
True.
Like, this is just danger.
It's so crazy, like the people throwing like the paint and shit. The people like the climate change. Climate change is a thing. It is, but is it?
All right. All right. Contentious discussion.
Is that? Well,
Cool. What do you think of it?
what do I think of climate change? I think like we are slowly probably getting closer to the sun. That's all I really think about it. So
So we're getting warmer because we're getting closer to the sun.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Got a great theory. Great theory.
I mean, there's no facts behind it. Well, I'm gonna say that.
Maybe we'll ask next time I have Kieran on, the physicist.
Sure.
He'll be able to fill me in on that.
So is this Kieran from Palmer from Quinn? Or
Not sure. So Kieran, he is a science teacher from a school. He is a regular here at Panacea. We met not the Lewishams just been, but the ones before. My wife and I came here to have a couple of drinks before we went down to the event, and we met Kieran and his wife. And we just got chatting, and yeah, he said he was a physics teacher, and I was like, dude, that's fucking interesting.
yeah,
Let's talk. And
does that look great?
yeah. We talked about dimensions. He gave me a really cool thing on how to, because I mean, we live 3-dimensional, and we've seen cartoons which are 2-dimensional.
Yep.
And so he, tried to explain to me what 4 dimensions would be like, because it's something we've never ever experienced. It's only theoretical. He was trying to
Get into the pro.
Yeah, it was very out there, and we talked about how black holes were formed and dissolved, and
See, I don't understand black holes.
a black hole. So now I am probably 100% wrong, but my understanding of a black hole is so. All right, this is a planet or an object in space, a piece of mass. The bigger it gets, the more gravitational pull it has, right? So something sucks in so much stuff that it gets so massive, so essentially not big, but heavy, so dense, that its gravitational pull gets so strong that it stops light from being able to escape. Because light is, when I say weight, because I would think of light as the lightest thing.
Yeah.
And so it's so dense and has such a strong gravitational pull that it doesn't even allow light to escape. And so it's so dense that when you get to the core of it, so people talk about the singularity. So it's so dense that objects essentially don't even stay whole. They get turned into like a human body would turn into like a piece of spaghetti and be a singular. That's so scary. Sort of, bizarre out there. And I am by no way shape or form a physicist, but that is my understanding of a black hole. And
Interesting.
so, like, there's no way anyone could confirm this, and Kieran couldn't confirm it for me either. But I kind of feel as though black holes are like the Roomba, the little robotic vacuum
Sad.
of the universe. That they just kind of float around the universe and they suck up all the shit.
Angel.
And eventually, this is my personal theory, this is a breadcrumb mojito theory, that once a black hole sucks up everything, once the Roomba gets the whole floor clean, then there's so much mass in there that there's nothing else for it to suck up. And so just like with your hydrosol, vacuum rotary vat, when there's nothing to vacuum, it has to expand out. Yeah. And I think that's where the Big Bang comes from. The black holes.
I like that.
You might have 5 black holes cruising around, and then eventually they suck each other up because there's nothing else to suck up. And you have so much mass and so much density that there's nothing else to suck up. There's no more light, there's no nothing, that it just has to fucking blow out.
That's like that the robot over in is it Japan, I think, where it's like it's cleaning up the blood. Have you seen that? Where it's like the robot and it's like got a squeegee, it's cleaning up the blood.
Oh yeah.
It moves.
But the blood's coming from its hydraulics.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art
That's
sort of
like,
project is, yeah.
You have to, maybe it's like and sucking all it up and saying, well, shit, I've got nothing else to do. Like we just,
Yeah. That's kind of what I think. Like when people talk about the Big Bang, I'm like, I get that we right now started from nothing and it happened like 13.5 billion years ago or something, but something had to have been before that. And so when I've listened to some scientists talk about like timelines, they imagine it as like a bubble and then it squeezes and then a bubble that squeezes and a bubble that squeezes. Then I reckon this whole process is just being repeated. Like everything has a cycle, right? A life cycle, the recycling cycle.
amazing.
Plants, people, animals, we all have a life cycle. Planets have a life cycle. Suns have a life. It's all cycles. That for a universe to Big Bang, there has to be a time where it goes away. And it has to start again. Because if everything operates in cycles, there has to be a cycle for that. It's just
For there to be a start, there has to be an end.
Exactly, 100%. And it's just so big that us little humans with our maximum, 100 or so years of life, it's just too big for us to actually comprehend or actually see and visualize. But I think that's a bit of a cycle. I even think like all of the old religious stories have just been told 1,000 times beforehand. It's just a cycle.
Reiterated.
Yeah, I believe that civilization as a whole has evolved and peaked and then collapsed.
Yeah.
And then, just like we're talking about with bartenders, you take a little bit of information there and you just kind of expand on it. That there's been a core story of information. And each time we've expanded and reached a peak, we've collapsed again. But we've just had a little bit more knowledge. The first time, maybe we figured out how to use a rock to open nut.
Yeah.
And we learned how to feed ourselves. And then there was a peak and a collapse.
Yeah.
And then next time maybe we learned about sticks and digging holes, and then a peak and a collapse, and then we learned about fire and the wheel. And there's just these peaks and collapses that have happened continuously, and we just kind of keep expanding.
Yes.
A cycle of knowledge, I guess, as well. That's sort of my theory,
I love that.
Yeah. I think it works.
It makes sense in my head. It makes sense.
It makes breadcrumb mojito sense.
I'm like,
But yeah, cool. Love a little science chat at the end. It's been quite full circle, this.
oh, it is. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to talk to you for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's all about all this.
I'm super chatty like that. And I mean, you're clearly chatty as well.
Chatting.
But yeah, I think we're at the end of our time now. So thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Always a pleasure, never a chore. And this will be coming out in a couple of weeks, so we'll have a listen to it then. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye.
That's it for this week's episode of the Breadcrumb Mojito podcast. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok at the Breadcrumb Mojito podcast and look out for next week's episode.